What's up, everybody? This is Nick, and you're joining us once again for a Micro Mini Lightning Newscast, coming roaring back at you after a week off. It was kind of a week that a lot of stuff happened, and we had to take a break. But as always, I am joined by my good friend and co-host.
This is Eric.
And Eric, welcome back.
Well, thanks for having me back, Nick. I appreciate it.
I know. As a guest on this show, we appreciate you coming.
I like how I'm a permanent guest.
You are a permanent guest.
That's awesome.
And as always, my friend, we are bringing them stories. And today, these stories are of the media kind, of the social media
Social media. Yes, sir. We have a couple stories.
That's how you know they're going to be quality, is when we're talking about social media.
Because that's the only media that really counts, right?
Oh, it is. These days, yes.
News media, no, social media. That's where the game is.
That is where the game is. All this other stuff that's on television and things like that, just forget about it. It doesn't matter. Well, my friend, as always, we have 10 minutes. 10 minutes to bring them the news that they need to know. And as always, we're joined by our friend, the guest star Death Star. So I'm putting 10 minutes on the clock. 10 minutes. So in 3, 2, 1, Eric, hit them with that news.
Here's the first story I got today. A Canadian drug mule risked her life to post pictures on Instagram so she could get likes. She wanted to take selfies in exotic locations and become the envy of all her friends and everyone who would see her on the app. And so she risked getting a life sentence in jail, or her life itself if it went bad. And it wound up not working out for her, and she is now spending 8 years. She was sentenced to 8 years by an Australian court. Her name is Melina Roberg.
Nailed it.
Yep. She's 24 years old, and she became a drug mule. And decided to move drugs around, as you do, to make some money.
As a drug mule, yes.
Yeah, and she got caught, and she began sending some time in jail. As they do, they get caught. Nick, how much money would it take for you to become a drug mule?
How much money would it take for me to become a drug mule?
Yeah, I'm curious.
I'm going to go out on a limb here and say, I don't know if there is a price tag on my ability to become a drug mule. I'd do it for free.
Are you sure a $17,000 vacation wouldn't convince you? Because that's pretty much how she got convinced.
For free.
For free?
I'm joking. No, that wouldn't entice me. No.
Well, she was promised a ticket. It was a $17,000 vacation, and with $5,000 in spending money and some more money once
what I imagine
she returned home.
What I imagine happened here was,
well, tell me.
Whoever offered her this $17,000 ticket said,
Yep.
Hey, not only that, but I'll let you take Instagram selfies.
And she was like, cha-ching.
Yeah, I'm in. I want my friends to be jealous.
Yeah, clearly. So from what I can glean from the article, it was a 7-week cruise in 2016 from Britain to Ireland, the United States, Bermuda, Colombia, Panama, Ecuador, Peru, Chile, then Australia. Now, can you guess where she got the drugs from? Which of those countries do you think she got it from?
I'm going to go with Australia.
Well, that's the destination. That's like the last stop.
Well, that's where you pick it up at.
That's where you're disembarking. Which previous country do you think she got it from?
Well, they just hand it to you as you get off.
As you get off.
In Australia.
And she was caught.
They said, feed the dingo, and they hand it to you. No, I'm going to go with Bermuda.
No, she got her drugs in Peru.
Oh, and so close.
I guess she was trying to smuggle them into Australia and got caught.
Oh, to feed the dingoes.
To feed the dingoes.
Because, man, nothing's funnier than a dingo on crack.
There you go. So, everyone, don't do this. Don't smuggle drugs for Instagram photos. You clearly smuggle drugs for other reasons. those can be your own, just not Instagram.
To feed the dingoes.
Feed the dingoes. Feed the dingoes. Another story we have coming from the world of Instagram, Nick. This story...
Eric, it sounds like you're fishing for a story.
Ooh, I'm not fishing for a story.
Oh.
I'm going to give you a fishing story.
Whoa, okay.
Of the good
How big
kind.
was it?
Well...
It started off small and then it got bigger?
Apparently, it kept getting bigger and bigger every time I told the story. Instagram has garnered a place in the hearts of those who are anglers. Those fishermen who go out to catch, and they fish hard. They fish all day long, and to prove their catches, they've started using Instagram to document their catches.
Look for the upcoming bumper sticker from your friends at Pull Up a Chair podcast that says "Fish Hard."
Fish hard on Instagram.
Yes.
So they're swapping stories, sharing secret fishing holes, and bragging all over Instagram. And this has created a new culture on Instagram of fishermen. You follow the people in your local area who fish a lot, so you can know these secrets, or get to know the people around. And it has caused fishing to the sport of fishing to rise. So angler, it has grown by 8% to 3.58 million in 2016 from 33.1 million in 2011. So in 5 years, 8% growth in fishing, and some of that is due to the community on Instagram, the fishing community, how positive it is. And it has some other side effects, Nick.
Where are they trying to smuggle these fish into? Australia?
They're trying to smuggle
Peru?
them onto their hook.
Oh.
So I don't know. But Instagram has caused people to not actually have to keep their catches as much also. Because fish lose their color pretty quickly. After catching them, they take their pictures as soon as possible and let the fish go again, let it go, and it can be caught again. Now, there is some debate whether catch and release is really is good for the fish, but I think it is. It beats catch and keep, and if you're not going to eat it. What do you think? Would you document your fishing experience on Instagram, Nick?
Well, that way you don't have to tell those stories and keep changing the story. You can just say, "Hey, look at my Instagram."
You just have to
give
edit
me a like and subscribe, like you want to do to this podcast.
Nice, I like that. So. That's a pretty interesting thing. I think it's pretty cool.
It is. I mean, it's kind of neat that this is bringing people together because you had mentioned earlier when you were talking about this story how it's bringing, like, people in their area will look at their Instagrams and they'll kind of form a community and talk about different, share stories and talk about different fishing holes, secret fishing holes and that kind of thing. I think that's kind of a neat little thing that it is bringing kind of communities of people together.
That's great. It kind of makes captains, little charter captains and whatnot.
Captain D's?
That's right. Captain D's, kind of like rock stars. If they're good at photography, that's great for their business. They're going to get a lot more people coming to their boats because they know the spots and they're kind of getting their promotion. In fact, Mr. Gianta said that being a captain these days is all about being a good photographer. I know where the light is. I know where they need to stand. So getting those good pictures.
Well, that's what Instagram's all about.
It's what life is all about, right, Nick?
I'll tell you this. Somebody else that knows about how to get good pictures and how to pose correctly in the light issues.
Who's that?
A drug mule I heard about once.
Oh, yeah?
She got arrested in Australia. She knew all about how to, make her friends jealous with her.
Those exotic locations?
Yes. Yes.
The light's different in every exotic location, so you got to study it.
And hopefully she kept herself clean, her teeth clean and that sort of thing. You use toothpaste for that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
Eric.
you gotta get those teeth pearly white. And in fact, this is not an Instagram story. This is a YouTuber. A YouTuber is facing 2 years in prison for filming himself giving Oreo cookies filled with toothpaste to a homeless man and then joking that they would clean him. This is a Chinese name. I'm sorry to China that. However, I pronounce it should be the official way of pronouncing it clearly. Kang Hao Ren,
Nailed it.
Of course I did. Broadcast under the name Reset. Has more than a million subscribers on the video platform YouTube, and is based out of Barcelona, Spain. The 20-year-old, who is originally from China, engaged in a kind of, I guess, a brief conversation and a prank with a homeless man, a 52-year-old man named George L. Before feeding him some, probably some minty Oreo cookies. You know, he what he did is he took the Oreo cookie, broke it apart, scraped out the good part, put some toothpaste in there. He handed them over.
Question: did he eat the good part?
The homeless man?
No, Reset.
I would. I didn't watch the video because I don't watch disgusting videos.
Reset, if you did not, you're a terrible human being.
Yeah, clearly you need to be in prison for not eating the best part of the Oreo. So doing this, he filmed himself, and I guess in Spain, that's illegal. I'm not sure how
the rain falls mainly on the plane, I hear.
Okay.
Go ahead and finish your story.
He is now facing a charge of a crime against moral integrity. And I'm not familiar with Spanish laws of Spain, but the prosecutor is seeking 2 years in prison and pursuing an order to pay 30,000. Is that the euro symbol? I think so.
Yeah.
In compensation to the homeless man, an orphan and Romanian national. Wow. Don't pull pranks on people in public.
Well, apparently the homeless man got sick and threw up after 5 minutes.
Really?
Yeah, that's what he said there.
Oh, yeah, I did.
I mean, this is just kind of a cruel. Here's the deal: there's pranks, and then there's just kind of a cruel trick.
How much do you think the Reset earned on that video?
I'm guessing. I mean, I have no idea. I don't know what YouTube. I would guess probably $500 American.
It's almost $2,000. Because that's about $2,000, we'll say, give or take. I'm not sure the conversion right here because it's kind of hard. Isn't this the? I don't know. I don't know my currencies. I'm sorry.
I think that's lira.
Is that lira? Okay, so if this one is, I don't know exchange rate today because I haven't looked at XE, but that's about $2,300 if I remember right. So I earned about $2,300 American on that video. It's going to cost him about $30,000 and maybe 2 years of his life, though. Guys, be kind and rewind.
Yeah. Well, be kind and rewind, or be kind and reset.
Be kind and reset.
But I mean, I don't know. This is just kind of a cruel. And honestly, he's lucky he's just getting 2 years. I mean, he should get 2 years for being a jerk to the man, and then 2 more years for not eating the white stuff in the middle.
Clearly.
Because obviously, and he probably needs to have a mental health assessment done for not, because obviously something's clearly not all upstairs for him if he's not eating that stuff and he's giving that stuff to other people. So anyway, Eric, those are some great stories.
Thanks.
I think that we brought the news and laid it at the people's feet, the news they needed to know. And we came roaring back after a long, a long break.
Yes, we got to come back hard, strong, and in charge.
In charge, yes. All right, Eric, tell them where they can find us.
You can find us all over the big, beautiful internet. First, you can find us on YouTube. Just go to YouTube, type in Pull Up a Chair Podcast. You'll find a copy of our podcast on our channel. You'll also find us on Facebook. And where else can you find us under Pull Up a Chair Podcast? Podbean, iTunes, Stitcher. Hey, you can even find us on Spotify. And if you just ask Alexa to play the Pull Up a Chair Podcast, Alexa knows what you're talking about, and she will start playing our
Alexa listens to us.
That's right. So you can find us there. But last but not least, as always, you can find us on our personal website, puckpodcast.website. Again, that is puckpodcast.website.
And you know what? If you're listening on the one whatever you're listening to us on right now, you know what? If you want to go over and listen on another platform, feel free, because as I always say, we sound great once, but we sound even better twice. And we hope you have yourself a great day.